Community transmission.
Hello and welcome. Sorry we're late. We had a couple of slip-ups. We had to make a little plate full of toasties.
We accidentally went live on the wrong page too. That was a bit of my mistake there. So if you guys watched that little preview couple of minutes there, well, welcome to the real show.
Yeah, Ben transmitted from his personal page. We were trying to get a few more Facebook friends, which is totally fair enough. But yeah, now we're live, community transmission, day 4, coming live and direct to the people of New Zealand and the world, telling people to stay indoors and stay safe, really.
That's right, everybody. We'd like to start today's show the same way we start every show, and that is by just giving a little bit of a shout out to all of the frontline medical staff out there, all the people still out there helping this giant cog continue to turn.
Absolutely. So I would like to start that round of applause. Thank you, frontline medical staff. We know this must be an incredibly tough time, and we are so proud of you and thankful to your service. Ben, I'd like to just ask you a quick question.
Go on.
Sleep-in today. What was that all about, eh?
We had a bit of a sleep-in today. I woke
separately.
up earlier. I woke up... Well, we're together in the same house.
Yeah.
I woke up earlier because I heard a bird and its nest. It's just beautiful to see nature coming back into the area. Although it was very annoying because it was right by my window and it's very loud. So sometimes nature's not always a good thing. Your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I have to agree with you. If it's going to wake you up and rile you up when you're having a nice little sleep, nature sucks, I suppose. I see you're getting into the toasties.
Yes, people will probably are also wondering, what snacks do we have today? Well, we got a big plate of toasties, everybody.
Yeah, big plate of toasties. Because we came in a little late, so the cheeses actually had time to cool down, which is perfect. So I'm going to tuck in here. This has got tomato, cheese, ham.
You'll also notice that we're wearing our green hats today. That's a little throwback to some content you might have seen on yesterday's episode. Shout out to our long-time, full-time viewers.
Yeah, if you tuned in yesterday, you will see the green hats, notice we're wearing them, and deduct from that what you will. Anyway, we're seeing a few comments flying in about the green hats, actually. What time's the green hat giveaway today? No, these are our green hats. We have to wear them now. Unfortunately, we have to wear them. Yeah, what's with the hats? Just explained it.
Why don't you tell them what's coming up on the show today?
Today on the show, we're going to keep it sort of pretty easy breezy on your Sunday. We're going to talk to friends in New Zealand and around the world. We have Ryan up first, who's just experienced his first weekend of lockdown. He's working from home.
He's a real weekend warrior, and he's going to tell us how we can survive the weekend on lock-in.
Yeah, and I've been following him on Instagram, and I feel like he's maybe starting to creep towards a few sort of, I don't know, funny, he's maybe going a little bit loopy. I'm not sure. But we'd love to catch up with him and see how he's faring. And then later on, we're going to cross to some buddies in Melbourne, Rose and Madeline, and we're going to get an update on how they're going and how they're keeping their minds active during this lockdown over there. I'm not sure if their rules are as strict as ours, or if they've gone into lockdown now too.
Even if the rules aren't as strict, you should really, take heed and act in an appropriate manner.
Totally. I think because Rose is a Kiwi, she'll be in full lockdown mode. She'll probably be following our rules, not Scott Morrison's, I'd imagine. And then we are going to cross to Chris, who we don't know, but he's stuck in Vanuatu, volunteering there and can't get it back. So we're going to see what it's like in the tropics.
He's got some enlightening things to say to us later on, so stay tuned if you'd like to hear about that.
Yes, and then finally, we have a very special guest. Ben, do you want to tell them about our final guest today?
A close friend of mine, Kit. He is a real food delivery hero, saviour of the people right now. He's out there on the empty, mean streets of Auckland, holding it down, getting the people the produce that they need.
Yes, absolutely. Kit is delivering for a high-end New Zealand food service, and we just want to see. We're going to hopefully talk to him out on the streets. Hopefully, he's still working. So that's going to be really exciting for us. Another perspective on an essential service. Fantastic.
Now, before we get into our breaking news segment, we just want to get some feedback from the people. This toasty here, ham, cheese, and pineapple. Let us know your thoughts. Is this all right to do, or is this an affront against the culinary arts?
That we've just had a question actually. What flavour toasties? So Ben's answered that. Perfect. We've had someone else say such nice hats.
Well,
Thank you so much.
I feel we should elaborate on that because ham, cheese, and pineapple was one of the options. We also have ham, cheese, and tomato, and ham, cheese, and cream corn. Let us know which of those three flavours is your favourite.
Tomato just fell on the sound recording equipment.
If we lose sound, it's because Ra spilt the tomato on it.
Far out. That's dodgy, bro.
Hey,
That's
look,
scary.
here we go.
Oh, awesome. Can you just
We
hold it
knew
while I
there
pull it
was
off? Hold it while I
we
pull
knew
it off.
We knew there was a reason why we used this.
Oh, bro, none came off. It's that typical part of the start of the toilet roll when it's all stuck together. Anyway, cream corn all day. Maddie says, sure, there is some cream corn in one of these. I'll have you know. Will there be a Lego Technics build segment today? I guess you'll just have to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Not sure if we'll get into it, but I'm sure it'll be talked about at some stage. Ben, do you want to give the people a little update when you're ready on what we've been up to so far this morning?
That's a very good point.
I tried to sort of zen out and maybe clear my mind this morning in the garage, and
Let's just play the clip.
Yeah, play the clip. Oh yeah. Off. Oh, I think it's playing again, Ben.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, anyway, that was just me trying to zen out and Ben distracting me. Classic stuff.
So we want to hear from you. Have you tried meditation while you're trapped indoors at the moment?
I'd close my eyes for about 15 seconds this morning and then sort of go open them up again and wonder what was going on outside of my eyes. So I find it really hard.
Just got a quick comment here from Robbo. He says he wouldn't usually put pineapple in a toasty, but he isn't mad at it. And how does it taste? Well, Robbo, I got to let you know it isn't too bad.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a crack. Which one is it? Jesus, we're demoing these toasties.
Jeannie says big no to the pineapple, Ben.
Big no to the pineapple. I think this is it here, the one that's oozing everywhere.
Well, in these crisis periods, you know, food is at a premium. You really got to make the most of your ingredients. Let us know how you've made the most of your ingredients.
That's quite good. Yeah.
It's not bad.
No, that's the corn one.
Oh.
I don't know where the pineapple one is. Anyway, I'll find it later, or you're going to have two sides of it. Oh, there we go.
He's touched them all.
All right. I've touched them all. There we go.
So anyway, let's get into the breaking news for the day, eh?
Go on, Jim. Oh, yeah, pineapple and ham's quite nice. And cheese, yeah.
It's Hawaiian, would you say?
I'd say it's almost like a Hawaiian flavour.
Tropical. Play the tropical music. Oh, we don't have any tropical
Big
music
yes
lined
to
up.
the pineapple toasty. I'm in it, brother. I'll see you there in the comments.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Renee.
you. Big Nadog. Brie, relish, more cheese. I'm in it. I'm in it. Can I get a shout out to Thomas Garcia, aka Taco? Well, I think I just did
Shout
it.
out Taco.
Shout out Taco. So we're going to the breaking news segment, are we?
Breaking news. The music's playing. Let's tell the people what's happening in the world.
Okay.
Well, I've got a couple of reference clips for us today as well, actually. But
Do you?
the first thing I'd like to mention on the news is that the great man himself, Ashley Bloomfield, he took a day off yesterday. So I'd like to extend my thanks to him.
Yeah.
And
I read that he did I read an article that he did like 40 press conferences since it really started ramping up, like in, I don't know, I guess a couple weeks. So that dude has been very informative, very calm, and I think super helpful for us during this time. So comment your thoughts, Ashley Bloomfield. Have you found him a calming influence during this period?
I certainly have. And I also think he's a clear communicator, which at a time like this is exactly what the people need.
Yes, he's a super clear communicator. He's almost like he tells it like a doctor, which I think, he is, which is great.
So our next story, this is a very interesting one actually.
Okay.
They're using fog guns on the trains in Wellington, which I don't really understand what that means, but here's a picture of it.
What's a fog gun?
And the fog kills all those nasty little virus particles, apparently.
Wow. Is that a new train in Wellington?
Fascinating. Let's go back to the picture.
Is that a train in Wellington?
I believe it is.
I haven't seen that train ever. I only remember the old bloody rickety
dodgy,
bastards. Yeah, those rickety ones that used to go up the coast. I used to catch them a lot as a kid.
You'd have a bone loose by the time you hit Paikokiriki, wouldn't you?
Gigging, 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 gigging. Yeah, and then, you know, the guy would come along and he'd ask you for your money.
Let us know your experience of catching the Metropolitan train system in Wellington.
Yeah, have you ever caught a train in Wellington? What was your experience? Let us know. Got anything else?
This brings me to the final piece of the news.
Yeah.
And speaking of viruses, an Aussie mum's 2-ingredient roast potato hack goes viral.
I thought you said hat. It's like a roast potato hat. What, are you kidding me?
Roast potato hat.
Hack.
If you have a
Hat?
roast potato hat, send a picture in.
You got any roast potato hats out there?
So just to get to, long story short, she just puts a packet of onion soup on the taties. Fascinating stuff.
We've had a hashtag come in. Tell it like it is, doctor. He is a doctor, Ra. Hashtag Team Ben. Damn. I can't wait for hashtag Team Ben to be trending. Can we get a hashtag Team Ra out there? So what stuff do I say that you guys all get behind? Let us know in the comments.
Lovely stuff.
What stance do I take that is adversarial to Ben? Anyway, what else have we got? Is that the news, is it?
Well, that's the news for now. Should we get our first guest on the line?
Go on then. Why not?
Ryan, if you're out there watching, mate, we're getting you in here now.
We're giving you a call, brother.
We're giving you a huge, massive call.
Massive. Sweet. Oh, great. I knew he'd bloody...
He's not online.
I knew he'd be the first one.
There could be some technical difficulties. We'll give him another try.
We have a commenter say maybe Maddie has a roast potato hat. Maybe she does. She had a toilet paper hat yesterday. Oh, David Barner says Team Ra in here. Oh, we've had a few. We've had 2 Team Ras so far. Thanks, Farno. Nice one. Okay, let's get this going. Team Ra, Team Ben. Who are you on?
It's not a competition, guys.
It is.
Well, we're struggling to get through to Ryan here. I think possibly his weekend in has got the better of him.
Maybe he's on the beers again. Far out, Ryan.
Well,
You got work tomorrow, bro. I know it's just in the office, but heck, come on, man.
Home office.
Home office. Oh, I guess you can crawl out of bed and get up there. And I'm just checking my phone now. Not on purpose, but not trying to. I'm just trying to check if I can find him really online.
While we wait to hear from Ryan, that brings me to a good point, actually.
Go on.
People often ask me, how do you plan on passing this time and maintaining a bit of sanity? Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked, because I have this puzzle here. It's a stone bridge by the McNeil Studio, 300-piece jigsaw puzzle. I plan on doing that at some point during this lockdown.
I don't know what surface you're going to use to make it. We've got no surfaces left. We've used them all for bloody live streaming.
We got rid of all of the surfaces as well because they can contain the virus.
They harbour the virus.
And I've also got this big Lego here.
Yeah, he's got a big Lego. He hasn't made any of them. It's almost like... Oh, Ryan says he's here. Come on. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan's here. Well, let's go back to...
Get on Skype then, man. Come on, bro. You're holding the people up. Dale says Team Ra. Oh, this is... I better do something because really, if... I don't know what I'm sort of offering.
Oh,
in
Jack's
Team
saying
Ra.
Team Ra, and I believe it's because I didn't open the box. So we'll see what he says here.
Ryan, we're struggling to get through to you, bro. Skype is the one. We can't do it any other way.
What you need to do, Ryan, is actually have your Skype open.
Just have your Skype open, bro. Come on, man. Hey, guys. Long-time viewer, first-time commenter. No lockdown for the winemakers. Do you think this is an essential skill? Ooh, I don't know. What...
I wholeheartedly agree. Agriculture. We need to keep the food coming out. We need to keep the wine coming out.
Yeah,
if they're still making cheese, we should still be making wine. Your guys' thoughts?
He says, "Have you got my email right?" Yeah, we've got a picture of you in front of us on a Skype. Bro, this is embarrassing, G. Far out. We're trying to get you on, man. You're gonna get hell in the comments once you're on here, bro. Seriously.
Trust me, everybody, it'll be worth the wait.
Okay, he's sending a photo. Hey, I've just had a thought. Did anybody have a paper run? Comment in the comments. I used to too, but then at one point, like, I had to get my stepdad to do it because I couldn't make it home in time to deliver the papers. It was the Evening Post in Wellington. Anyway, yeah, comment. Did you have a paper run? I was right at the end of mine. Did you have one?
Maybe I did a small circular for a while there, but the money's really bad, isn't it?
Isn't that like, is that Skype or is that, oh, it is, yeah.
Hold on,
his
guys,
picture's different.
Oh,
Bro,
no,
you've given us the wrong email, bro. Far out. See, we've got a picture of you smiling like a buffoon, a selfie, and this one's got you sitting in your seat. Is this gonna work?
We're getting him on the line, everybody.
All right. I used to throw them in the bushes. Someone says,
That was the fastest way to get it done.
"What's this?" Oh my God! Here we go. Finally.
Oh, he doesn't have his camera on though.
Oh mate, it's almost like he doesn't know how to do this or something. Gee whiz. We can hear you.
We can hear you, Ryan.
We can hear you, sort of.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Cool. When are you gonna come on with camera or?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Just any time now, mate. That'd be great.
Yeah, just talk anyway.
Beautiful. Awesome. Ryan.
Well,
Friend
Ryan,
of ours
it's
from Central
great
Auckland,
to-
Ryan. We've
great to
always
have
got to
you
have a
on the-
correspondent from Central Auckland.
Yeah, we need the lowdown on how the people in New Zealand's largest city are surviving.
What's the vibe on Ponsonby Road, Ryan? Too many people out or what?
Mate, there are so many people out, all
Yeah?
walking around. Families of like 6 and 7, all on matching bicycles.
What the hell? They think they're immune from the virus because they're rich or something.
Yeah, I reckon. And loads of people at the dairy just
Jeez.
lining up. For,
Just trying to
all
get some
sorts of
kombucha
stuff.
or something.
Trying to get some kombucha, trying to get some vape pods, you know.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Smooth
it's all
tr-
over the shop.
Yeah, bloody hell. Hey, is there an issue with your camera? Is there a reason why we can't see you?
Nah, let me just go into the settings.
Thanks, mate. That'd be great. It's
You know,
good.
I'd like to take this time to say it's a huge technical achievement to run a live streaming show. There's a lot of pieces that have to fall into line for you to get all of the bits, all of the I's dotted
Well,
and the T's crossed.
Absolutely. And Ben, I'd just like to jump in there and acknowledge your work in getting this off the ground and getting it all running so smoothly to this point. I mean, we can't rely on every guest being able to turn a camera on, but from your end, mate, you've really allowed this whole thing to get set up really well. I've provided some of the equipment, sure, but just huge shout out to Ben. He really provided a lot of the groundwork for this to get off the ground. So
Oh, thank you. It's
Awesome,
Team
Ben. We've had a comment say smooth show so far, lads. Not sure if he's being sarcastic or what, but that's from Tav.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tav.
That's from Tavis Hughes.
Did that
Oh,
work?
here we go.
There he is.
Hey.
Woo! Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful to see your face there,
Oh,
Ryan.
awesome. And
There we go.
what about tilting a little bit further down so your full head's right in the middle? I'd like it like that.
Yeah,
Oh no,
is that
other way.
better?
Other way.
Other way. Like
Yeah, there we
that?
go. Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I reckon that's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can see your beautiful head there. So how you going, Ryan? How you working up
brilliant.
Sunday? A bit hungover or what? How you going?
Yeah, you know, I started getting into a TV show on Netflix with a bottle of wine, The English Game. You know,
Oh.
there's no football on, so why
I
not watch
watched that-
football from
I-
100 years ago?
I watched that
Beautiful.
myself, Ryan. I will say it's obviously I'm a football fan myself. Shout out to my indoor soccer team, the Chubby Alonsos. I know a lot of you are watching right now.
It's a pun.
But one thing I found about that show is that some of the bits of the game when they're playing the game, they look a little bit goofy, don't they?
Pretty good, pretty good.
What are you guys talking about? Describe it to me. I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
It's a show. Yeah, you go, Ben.
As Ryan was just beginning to say, it's a show set in the late 19th century.
Okay.
That must be about 1890 or something.
Yeah.
And it's about the start of professionalism in football.
Right. Okay. We've just had a comment come in from Dale say Ponsonby's #1 snitch, referring to you, Ryan. Do you want to respond to that at all?
No comment.
No, but give us the lowdown. What is going over in Ponsonby? How are
Yeah.
the people that you've seen dealing with it? Have you seen people sort of looking a little bit close, or what's been going on?
Yeah, I mean, especially just up and down Ponsonby Road, it seems like everyone just all of a sudden loves getting out there, loves having a walk, wearing
Yeah.
active wear. I don't believe it for a start.
Yeah,
I just
right.
don't think many people are going for a walk on Ponsonby Road at 2 p.m. Normally. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's
It's almost like they're
yeah.
making the most of it.
For all our viewers not from Auckland, Ponsonby is one of the more affluent suburbs in Auckland Central.
It is. Ryan,
Yeah.
I felt like maybe day 2, day 3, you'd started maybe seeing the signs come through of quarantine and being locked in your house. Can you tell us a few, anecdotes, or what have you noticed you've been doing different since being locked in your house?
Um,
Oh, he's frozen. Jeez, are we going to get him back? He was right on the cusp of saying something really important there too.
A lot of people out there are watching a lot of Netflix at the moment in HDR, 4K.
Yeah.
And that's really crushing the bandwidth that the people need for communicating. So
Yeah.
excuse us while we have a couple of technical difficulties here.
Yeah.
I'd say it's all those people in Ponsonby have come back from their leotard run.
Leotard run.
And have put on some... They probably have multiple rooms in the house streaming Amazon, Netflix,
Probably.
Disney Plus,
Yeah.
Apple TV Plus.
And then we can't run our little web show because they're hogging all the bandwidth. Anyway, Ryan was probably going to say something like, I've been walking around my house doing little jogs up and down the stairs, things like that. He started a TikTok account, I imagine. I bet he has. He's probably trying to start the TikTok dance that'll, cure the virus.
He's one hell of a dancer too. I will say that about
Yeah.
the man.
No, he is. Yeah. And he's a connoisseur of media too. He's a real film head. He's a film buff. Just going to get into the comments here while we sort of try and sort out these technical difficulties. Yeah, up the chubbies. Okay, it feels out of context. That sounds weird. Redistribution of bandwidth now. It's pretty political, but I agree with it.
We personally upped our plan to a gigabit recently because we didn't want any interruptions. We need to get these messages out to the people. So shout out to us if you'd like to thank us for going to gigabit. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we're going high speed. We're trying to give you the best show we can. Jack says maybe the anti-vaxxers have become COVID deniers. Now that's an interesting theory. What do you guys think? What does everyone else think? Do you think that those people that don't want their kids vaccinated?
We've got a good
Don't think
comment
it's real.
here. Honk honk. Shout out to the honk honk.
Shout out to the Hong Kong. We haven't had any comments on the rest of our outfits today. I just want to say that today, with my shirt, I've gone for a look like I'm heading to Rakino's in 2011, and I'm gonna be dancing by myself and maybe pissing people off on the smoking deck. Your guys' thoughts? Does anyone else remember Rakino's on High Street? And anyone got any funny stories about going there? Get in the comments below. Classic hip hop bar in Auckland.
We've had another couple of important comments here come through. One says, "Hey guys, when can we expect some more Richie Hardcore content?" Well, believe us when we tell you we're working hard on getting Richie Hardcore.
Richard Hardcore.
We're working very hard on getting Mr. Richard Hardcore on the show.
Yeah.
Mr. Hardcore, if you're watching, we would love to have you as a guest.
We
also,
need-
get Theo Davenport on the line. Theo, we may go to you on a later episode.
Yeah, Theo, comment your
Comment
Skype
your
name,
Skype
bro.
to us, Theo, and we'll go to you another time.
Dale says, "Yeah, again, can we get Richie Hardcore on the show?" People are almost sort of like pissed off that he hasn't been on yet, which I can understand. Yeah, I mean he's got the kind of spiritual and mental health advice that we need during this time, I think.
Speaking of Theo, he's in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to our other Melbourne correspondents, Rose and Madeline? Should
Yeah,
we give them
let's
a call?
do that. Why not? I've had a question. Are you a good dancer? Maybe after a couple of Woodstocks, yeah. Shout out to Woodstock, not a sponsor, but, you know, I miss them.
This is the Skype music, everybody. You know what that means.
Okay, we're going to our Melbourne correspondents here.
Sarah, maybe after a couple of Woodstocks, yeah.
Oh, you'll have to turn your volume down.
Turn your
there,
volume
Rose.
down, please. Oh my gosh, how cute!
You know what that means.
What?
Turn your volume down.
Oh.
It's like when two aunties call the radio and
As
they're
we
bloody
said
echoing
earlier.
in the background.
You hear
Hey,
us?
can you guys angle it so that you're like in between us?
Down, please. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what?
The bloody.
Oh. Yeah?
It's a huge technical achievement to get this show working, as we've said before, but bear with me a little bit here, team, and we'll... Oh, there we go.
There we go. Awesome. We can just
So
see a bit more of you
can
guys
see
now.
There's Rose there, and there's Madeline there. Hello, both of you. Welcome to the show.
This way.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
quite good. Yeah.
Okay. We'll move this way.
Awesome. So, quick question, guys. How's your day going? What's going on? Rose first, and then Madeline.
Went for a run. Pretty busy out there,
Fantastic.
gotta say.
Yeah, pretty busy out there, Madeline. I think you look like you've got the giggles already. What's going on? Give us the lowdown, girl.
Nothing. I've been studying today.
Oh, fantastic. And
Yep.
what are you studying at the moment, please?
Marketing.
Fantastic. In Melbourne, studying marketing. Rose, how are you feeling about the lockdown and, just what have you been doing?
So, pretty unemployed,
Right.
but skilling up. Taking the
Fantastic.
time to learn new skills. Learned Photoshop.
And you're a whiz now, I hear.
Yeah, actually, I've got to send you. I had a few pics actually from the summer
Yeah?
when we saw you boys. I can't
Oh.
now.
Oh, I don't know if I want to see those. They might be a bit incriminating, to be honest. Oh, we've had a comment say hashtag Team Aunties. That's you guys, I think. You guys are the aunties. Awesome. So I used to flat with you guys in London, and obviously I used to lock myself in for days on end in my room. You guys probably understand, could probably convey to the people that I'm fairly prepared for this situation, aren't I?
Yeah, we were actually reminiscing that Christmas that you and Maddie spent together in lockdown.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty grim, eh, Maddie? Remember, I cooked a ham and we just ate it off the... Like, we just cut chunks off it and watched 8 movies. And then you said, never tell anybody about this.
And that's a very good point that Ra brings up here.
Which I had
times
now,
like this, when we're locked in, we can't go to the supermarket as often as we'd like. Ham is a great choice of meats, as it has a lot larger fridge storage date than other meats.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
It's all good, but like if you're just eating it by the hunk on Christmas Day, it goes pretty fast if you got nothing else to put with it, like me and Maddie did in 2017, 18. 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty grim. Rose, that's your fault. You left us in the flat alone, and yeah, I don't know, man. That was pretty
Yeah, I thought you were out.
inconsiderate of you, really.
So we want to know
Yeah,
when you're on your... Whoa, look, we've had some pictures come through.
What is this?
Hey, we're just going to show the people here.
Is
The
that Photoshop?
Oh, beautiful. There's a picture of Ra with a huge fish.
I didn't catch that fish.
We'll
Oh,
just- we'll show the
wow.
people that.
Rose, you've made me look like a professional fisherman, even though I haven't really caught anything
This
with
one-
that fishing rod. I don't really know what's going on in this one, Rose, but good work
That's a beautiful picture of someone shirtless at the cricket.
playing cricket. But yeah, no, I like that one a lot. I might make that my new profile picture, to be honest.
that's you boys in Kapiti.
Oh,
Is
there we
it?
go.
Oh yeah, true. And you put them on the real cricket. Nice. And you put a Black Caps thing on Ben's back.
Oh, that's me in my towel poncho. We
Awesome,
want to know. We
awesome.
want to hear from our audience if you guys have towel ponchos. Comment below.
Hey, so anyway, have you guys seen? Yeah, so what's the lockdown laws over there now? Are you guys in full restriction or what?
Don't really know.
We don't really know.
What? How do you not know?
Well, I got well, I'm unemployed now, so I lost my
Okay.
job.
Oh
I'm-
no,
I'm doing
bloody
uni
hell,
from home,
you
so
poor
then I
thing.
have to leave the house in a week because
Yeah.
Oh, that's
This-
good. Well, you're self-imposing sort of
Yeah,
lockdown
yeah.
laws. You're
just-
you're making the rules up for
Exactly.
yourselves, but so you don't really know what the rules are in Victoria around what's
There's
going on.
new laws coming in this weekend, apparently. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
But a lot of
Interesting.
places are open.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, we put a fridge yesterday.
Is it windy over there, or is it raining, or what? We can
disgusting.
hear a bit of.
Yeah, sorry.
Is it pissing down?
No, it's just a bit windy.
Ah,
there we
thank
go.
you. That'd
Much
be
better.
great. We couldn't quite hear you.
Now, can I ask, what suburb in Melbourne are you guys in?
Brunswick East.
Oh,
Ooh.
lovely.
So
Yeah.
you're clear of the hotspot areas of Toorak, I believe, Prahran. I believe it's all those suburbs
Is it the
where
rich suburb?
virus. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
Really?
because of, at the beach. When
Yeah.
everyone's at
Oh
St. Kilda
yeah,
Beach.
everyone was at St Kilda on Friday.
And they spread the virus around, didn't they?
Big day, man. Big day for the beach.
Bloody hell, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Um,
we've been inside. Nothing much to report.
Oh,
Really.
that's good. And how's the Englishman? I know where is he? He's probably lurking around in there somewhere. How's he coping? Well, you guys give us an update. Maddie, you keeping up with your yoga regime? How's it all going?
And I've been teaching everyone yoga at the house.
Have you?
Yep. We've been doing mat
Fantastic.
fit exercises. There's this
How's-
chick on
awesome.
YouTube called MadFit.
Okay, awesome. It's not you though. You're not MadFit.
Oh, I know, it's a good name though, right?
It is a good name. Yeah.
You could consider starting one called MadFit too.
How was
I
your
know.
summer,
I
Maddie?
hadn't considered this.
Yeah, MadFit recommend. We've got
So
Danny here.
you guys are obviously both very agreeable people, but living in tight confinement can really bring out the worst in people. Have you started to think about scrapping each other yet?
Oh, holy shit!
Oh, look!
We need. It's the English
Danny.
perspective. Danny, how you coping over there? You just moved to Melbourne and the shit's hit the fan. Tell us how you coping, mate. He's from Newcastle, this lad.
Yeah, it's pretty shit, man. They've
Yeah,
closed
it's
all
terrible,
the
eh?
pubs.
They closed the pubs.
What am I
Yeah.
supposed to do myself?
Those
Well,
fucking
we're just looking
bastards.
at-
And they stopped the football.
We're just looking
Yeah.
at our comments
Stop
comments
football,
here,
stop
Danny.
football, I don't have anything
Have
else
you
in my
still
life.
been have you still been inviting people over to get on the piss though?
A friend of the show, Tommy Divine Turner, says they invited us over for a piss up on Friday, so they're being pretty loose, to be honest. Are you guys not obeying the rules around
We just have
contact,
one
social
guest coming
distancing?
over.
Huh?
We just have one guest coming over.
Well, that's
No
all right,
guests.
then. We'll let 'em
No
off.
guests anymore. No guests.
No,
No, because that's how it
I
spreads.
have this guest.
What if
Okay.
it's a boy?
You heard it here first, guys. The bubble rules are different in
The
Australia.
bubble rules are different in Australia. Clear and obvious.
You can have
Danny,
a boy in the house.
You're
that's
allowed
the rules.
one
That's what-
ex-
that's what the government-
really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really on board with that. We're strict. We no contact with anybody.
They've got bubble docking over there,
Bubble
everybody.
docking. Danny, more
Hey.
updates from you, please. How how are you coping? On a serious note, you all right? Far
Yeah,
from
I'm
home.
okay. Not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been playing a lot of PlayStation actually.
That's good. How come I haven't got an invite on FIFA, please?
Well, maybe we can sort that out.
Yeah.
You just like, it's actually quite embarrassing when me and you play FIFA. It's not
Right.
very good for your mental health because of
Whoa.
what I do to you on that game. I don't know.
No.
might not
That
be
sounds like a
great.
shit talk. Because I'm good at it. I'm really good at it.
He's an excellent FIFA player, everybody.
Are you saying that when we lived together, you massaged my ego and let me win? Or I don't know about this.
It's been really bad for you, actually. A really, really difficult
Oh my
time.
god. Anyway, we're going to finish our interview here with a quick question.
I'd
What's
just
the-
like
oh,
to
no,
say
sorry, you go
something
for it.
first, actually. I read an article this morning, Danny, that said male puppies, when they wrestle with female puppies, they lose on purpose so that they'll keep playing with them. Was it a little bit of a thing like that when you guys were playing FIFA?
It was, actually.
Oh my God.
That's well, man. Yeah, it's good. There's some
Right.
science to it. Yeah, that's pretty much what was happening.
Sweet. Okay,
Back
quick
to your
debrief.
question.
I just want to wrap this up here quickly. What's for dinner tonight, Fano? What are you guys having?
A big leg of lamb.
Ooh, you
Ooh.
lucky bastards.
Aussie
Yeah.
lamb or
Huh?
Aussie lamb?
Australian lamb?
Oh yeah, Aussie lamb.
Aussie lamb.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
to my former flatmates from London, I miss you guys all, and obviously the planned visit to Melbourne is probably going to be off this year, maybe, about
Yep.
2 to 3 years' time. I'm just doing hand exercise with this rubber band. But thanks for coming on the show, and let's catch up again soon.
You too, man. Miss you, Ben, as well.
Miss you.
Oh,
Yeah,
cheers,
miss you
guys.
guys.
Been lovely
Great
to
to
see
see
you.
yous.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Awesome. Ka kite.
Well, another excellent guest segment. Huge shout out to all of our Melbourne fans watching over
Yeah.
there.
Quite interesting how obviously the government isn't communicating that clearly with them. I'm going to give our friends the benefit of the doubt there.
Well, I would say, they probably do have different rules established over there. I know those guys are all very law-abiding citizens.
Totally. No, exactly.
And
exactly.
I'm sure they're following exactly the protocol that's been laid out for them.
100%.
We've had a comment come through, bubble docking, new dictionary entry 2020.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blake. I agree. I think that's a good new term that I've coined there.
Yeah, and but it's also a coin that we don't, it's something we don't want to have in this country. Bubble docking's not something that we want to condone, is it, Ben?
No. Right now, Cindy has said bubble docking off the plate. It's not happening.
Yeah, bubble docking's something you can do at level 3, I'd say, but not level 4.
Yeah, bubble docking's strictly a level 3 activity.
Bubble docking, hashtag bubble docking. Nice one, Fano. Anyway, I haven't really had many bites, I don't think, on the whole paper run question. Did anyone have a paper run? Be pretty sort of dodgy to let kids go around dropping off papers these days with coronavirus around.
If you currently do receive a paper in the mail, we want to know what precautions are you taking? Are you wiping them down?
You wiping
or are you
your paper
just
down?
ripping into that thing and getting straight in there with your hands without washing them? We want to know.
Yeah, we want to know. Also, we want to know, when was the last time you caught public transport? And, has anyone caught public transport during the lockdown?
And do
Maybe
the
you have
fog
to, I don't know.
guns? Do the fog guns put you at ease, or do the fog guns really scare you? It's like something out of Halo or one of those other fancy video games.
Not
isn't
that we
it?
know anything about those games, eh? We've heard about them. We've got a question in from our friend Billy.
What happens after level 4?
Yeah.
Level 5.
What's level 5? Just apocalypse or...
Level 5 is a full failure of the state. So we're
level
hoping
5
it
is
doesn't
every man
reach
for himself, is it?
We're hoping it doesn't reach level 5. If you've seen that Denzel Washington movie where he has to run across the country and there's cannibal hillbillies, I mean, I haven't heard anything from any experts, but I assume it would be something like that.
Yeah, we're teetering. I'd just like to give an update. We're teetering on the edge of 100 viewers. We'd like you to stay on the stream just long enough that we can get to that 100 viewers. That'd be amazing for us. That'd be huge. That'd be a real milestone moment. We haven't hit it yet, I don't think, not that I've noticed, and far out. That'd just be a real change in pace for us. Oh, we're dropping now as I say it, so I won't talk about it anymore.
Perhaps to keep the people entertained, we should go to another segment of Lockdown Patrol.
Okay, Lockdown Patrol, perfect.
Lockdown Patrol, everybody. As you know, this segment is where we call out people out on the streets doing behaviour that isn't really worthy of the bubble policy.
No, yeah. We've noticed that people have actually been obeying the rules pretty well, though.
Yeah,
and
so
so today's segment isn't overly,
We're kind of struggling for content because everyone's been so good. But we're just going to review some footage anyway. Here we go.
Go for it. Get back inside.
This is a family out there.
They look like they're together.
They're probably all in each other's.
They're probably all in each other's bubble
in
too.
Each other's bubbles. Just be careful, but you're doing the right thing there.
She's straying from her bubble.
She's got a helmet on, so we'll let her off there.
Yeah,
it's quite safe.
and she's exercising social
Stay
distancing.
inside.
Yeah, look at the. Whoa, there. What's going on with these three? They shouldn't be.
Yeah, are they in each other's bubble?
Are they in each other's? They're probably in the same bubble.
They look like they're saying goodbye to each other. Anyway, people are. Yeah, get back inside, but people are obeying the rules.
Yeah,
but,
so you are allowed outside. We'll make that clear.
Yeah. But get back inside is a sort of mantra we've sort of.
Yeah. Hashtag get back inside in the comments below if you agree with us.
Yeah. We're sticking to our guns, get back inside. But if you're exercising social distancing, it is okay to go for your yard time, as I like to call it.
Yeah. Your yard workout. You get an hour a day. Hashtag prison bod. If you've got footage of yourself working out in a sort of prison style exercise regime, we want you to send it in to us because we're going to make a supercut of exercising, which we're thinking of calling that segment prison bod.
I think Ben's just come up with that segment name off the top of his head, but I like it. We've had a comment say safety first from Dana. Shout out to Dana. Self-isolating in Christchurch, I believe.
Get inside, you dogs. We've had a good friend of ours, Jake, say.
Get inside, you dogs. It's good. It's what we're about. Get back inside. Should do a segment on tips to get through the lockdown. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, well, our tips would mostly be like buy a PlayStation and as many games as you can, but that's sort of an exercise we've done over our whole lives. So if you haven't done that, I mean, I got no other advice for you other than, oh, shit out of luck. Sorry, you should have been a gamer before this all happened.
You should have picked up gaming early.
You should have picked up gaming early. Sucker.
Blame your parents. That's one way to do it.
I've got a question for our fans, and I know that because a lot of our fans have probably been gamers through their life. When was the first time you remember playing like one of the really modern consoles? PlayStation, maybe even Xbox?
I'd like to share a story about my first encounter with video gaming.
Go on then.
My uncle had borrowed someone else's PlayStation 1, and he had
Yeah.
a demo disc for Tekken 2, I believe.
I have the same experience. Go, sorry.
It was absolutely beautiful. It was groundbreaking stuff, life-altering stuff. Playing Crash Bandicoot for that first time, it really imprinted on my young, supple mind a lot of things.
Absolutely. How old do you think we were at that point? Because I'm going to go into my anecdote about this too.
I would say 8 years old.
Yeah, me too. So I remember that
Perhaps younger.
a friend of my dad's had a PlayStation, the first one, and he had Tekken 2, and they let me go around and play it, and oh my god, so fun. But I had nightmares because they let me play it for 6 hours straight, and I went home, had nightmares, woke up screaming.
We've just hit 100 for a second there, everybody. Just
Woo!
a huge shout out.
We actually got told that we hit 100 yesterday while Maddie was on.
Oh, well, we need to get her back on again. She's clearly more popular than us.
Yeah, she certainly is more popular than us. That's well known. But anyway, back to my story. So I had this nightmare, and in the nightmare, who are the woman characters in Tekken again? The from the back in the day, Sonya. No,
Nina.
Nina was beating the shit out of me in my dream, just like kicking me in the head. And I just remember waking up crying, sweating, and my dad was like, "What's wrong?"
Was this a scary dream or
terrifying?
Okay.
I was 8. I wasn't sexualizing video game characters
We want to hear
at that
from you.
point.
Have you sexualized any of the Tekken characters? King, Yoshimitsu? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. Also, we've had a shout out Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid. Also had a nightmare about Resident Evil, the first one. Looking back at the graphics, they weren't that scary, but at the time, the music and the
We've had
terrifying.
comments saying, "Can we see a secret talent showcase?" Well, just quickly, I'll just
Go on. Whoa! Holy Toledo! Vanishing
everybody.
Thumb! Incredible! Lots of people would pay a lot of money for that. I'm not sure what that was a reference to. What was the futuristic racer game? It was like Wave Runner or something. Somebody answer that question for our friend. Ben, have we got any more segments? What's our next go-to? What are we doing?
Perhaps we should get in contact with Chris over in Vanuatu.
Yeah.
Chris, if you're watching, we're going to give you a call now.
If you can't tell, it's a bit of a lazy Sunday today. We're sort of just on our own time.
You hear it again, guys. That's the Skype music.
Yeah.
Hello, Chris. Can you hear us?
Kia ora.
Whoa,
Welcome
you guys
to the
dressed
show.
up.
It's not.
Very impressive outfits today, gentlemen.
Very impressive.
Hello.
So this is our
Hello.
first meeting. I'm Ra,
And I'm Ben.
Chris.
I'm Thomas.
Chris
Nice
and
to meet
Thomas.
Hello, Chris and Thomas. So,
Thanks for coming on the show, guys. Oh,
Whoa.
we've had some technical difficulties.
they're on satellite over there in Vanuatu. It's as you may know, it's they don't have full fibre over there yet.
Holy moly.
Just want to
Oh,
say congratulations on reaching 2,000 followers on your Facebook.
oh, thank you. We actually cheated. We had heaps.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had a few before we started it. But anyway, thank you so much for acknowledging that. That was really nice of you. Guys, tell us your story. What happened? You're in Vanuatu. were you doing there, and what's going on now?
Well, yep. So we're volunteers. We've been working in different fields. I'm in the water supply.
I'm in
Okay.
tourism.
Awesome.
And so, yeah, following Uncle Winston's advice to come back home, they were trying to pull us all out, but we missed the deadline. So flights were cancelled, and now we're here for the duration, it seems.
Yeah, right. Because I guess the Pacific was cut off like quite early, right? So is that why you weren't able to get back?
It was only last week, I think the 25th, that was meant to be the last flight, and then it was cancelled. So yeah.
Far
Not the
out.
worst place to be trapped, though, is it?
No, not at all. Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the food
not quite as-
situation like? We want to know that.
I'm glad you
Tell you
asked.
what, we've actually got a few exhibits we'd like to
We're
show you
prepared
guys.
today. We're prepared today. This is dry
Exhibit A.
coconut.
Oh,
Beautiful.
delicious. Fantastic. Your own
That's
private
about-
supply.
That's about $1.50.
Now
What?
with some excellent organic biodegradable bagging.
Kumala.
Oh,
Look at
awesome. Kumara, fantastic. You guys are eating good over there.
We've got a couple of those in our cupboard ourselves.
Yeah, we had to buy them now at $3.
And this is very hip for all you, trendy people out there. Cassava or manioc, as they call it.
Oh,
Big long
awesome.
one.
Beautiful.
How do you plan on preparing that?
Sorry?
Great question.
Chips? Are you going to have chips like in those trendy Auckland bars? or
Well,
what?
there is a guy actually down at the local market who does a grated manioc pancake, yeah, and then he fills it up with meat and fish and avocado, all delicious kind of thing. Look at the size of this avocado, by the way.
Fantastic. Oh, show me
Here
a big
we go,
avocado.
here we
I
go. This is
love
what the
big
people
avocado.
want to see.
What?
What? Holy shit. It looks smooth. Hold it up to the camera. It looks smooth.
Yeah.
Wow. Out of it. That's a
That's a
shiny
beautiful thing.
avocado too. Huge.
Here-
Humongous.
just to people who live in Auckland, if you got yourself a supply of those, you could probably buy a house.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's
Absolutely.
our story. But we're taking your lead and want to give you guys a few tips for surviving isolation.
Go on then.
Yeah, well, first one I like your style, Ra, is the whakatoki of the day, which I've got one here which is quite relevant, I thought.
Go on then.
It's quite a
Hit us.
bit of a tongue twister. Whatunga rongo rongo te tangatanga, toi tu te whenua. Have you
Te
heard that one
tangata?
before?
Te tangata. In-
Whatunga rongo rongaro te tangata, toi tu te whenua.
Tell
what
the
is-
people what it means.
Oh, I can't remember because I can't understand what he's saying. But you read the other side.
As man disappears from sight, land remains. I just pulled that out at random this morning.
I
but,
thought
you know,
that's what it was, but I was just checking if you guys knew. Anyway, perfect. Yeah, no, my deal comes and goes. I'm pretty rusty to be honest, but it is very relevant.
Beautiful
And-
sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that we don't all disappear, but
Maybe a select few to re-see the planet. Who knows how it's going to turn out?
Yeah, might be on the cards. Far out. So, you guys still hitting the beach or what?
Not at this stage.
No.
Yeah, we're kind of following. It's not full lockdown yet, but we're kind of just following the trend of New Zealand, just staying at home and keeping it pretty casual.
Sweet
Drinking a
as.
few whiskey sours, which is the next
Oh,
Delightful.
part of our
lovely.
little segment of how to survive the lockdown. It's just gone 1 o'clock here, so.
But before we get into the whiskey sours, we do have to sanitise the hands. As
Oh,
we
perfect.
all understand first,
Absolutely.
And sanitation, but a hand
Totally.
sanitizer.
Use it sparingly. That
Yeah.
stuff's at a
Yeah.
premium right now.
That's not a very big bottle, so you guys
And
have
you
got
definitely
to.
don't want to get it in your whiskey sour, although I guess it is pretty much mostly alcohol, so.
Yeah, true.
All right, we're going to run through this. What you're going to need is some eggs, lemons,
Holy moly, we've got a whole segment. It's not made yet. Nice.
some ice, which
Yeah.
we'll chuck in. Found these
Okay.
cups lying around the house. Someone's been to WOMAD, of course. Great festival.
Oh
Just
yeah,
get
we've
a-
never been, but I've heard it's fun.
Give us a shout out if you've been to WOMAD in the comments.
I've heard it's overrun by yuppies now. Ryan, who we had
Well, the other
earlier,
thing too, that
it's
it's kind of funded by gas and oil giants, which is kind of not very synergized with the whole theme of global peace, but that's just another story.
Well,
so.
they
Yeah,
do
true.
get a lot of foreigners out on those oil rigs, and they get a lot of time to listen to music. So in a way, it makes a little bit of sense.
So you see that?
yeah,
There's the
I
lemon
guess so.
going in there. Got to have a bit of. There's a sour for a reason. It's got to have lemon.
Right, that's the
Squeeze
sour
the
part.
lemon.
Perfect. I'm learning something here. I've always liked a whiskey
Egg.
sour.
Egg,
Now,
egg.
this is-
So this
Egg.
is probably the most trickiest part.
This is
Gotta
buzzy, yeah.
separate the egg white.
Safety first.
We've had a question. What's the
Yeah.
TP sitch in Vanuatu?
The what?
Enough toilet paper?
Oh, toilet paper. Tell you what, it's actually not bad at the moment. We're well
Perfect.
stocked up with something called Number One.
Awesome.
So, no, there's no problems yet.
So
Oh,
we've
okay.
got the egg and the
For
lemon
number
now.
twos.
Yeah, right. Perfect.
Now we come with some whiskey. We'll
Okay.
like the brand. You know, we're not supporting anyone in particular.
No, right. Oh, perfect. Nice. Yeah, no, we don't have sponsors yet, so we're looking for sponsors, actually.
If you'd like to sponsor
Cattle.
us,
I know there's not a lot of marketing budget in these times, but hey,
So
sponsor the
that's
show.
just 2 capfuls of your local whiskey.
Yep.
Could be bourbon, could be whatever you want, really.
Awesome.
And then this
Okay.
is just some sugar syrup, basically water and sugar in equal
Right.
portions.
yummy stuff.
Yummy
I've
stuff.
been hitting a bit of the old Raro myself, but that's the pure variety.
I'm getting the shakes, mate. I'm getting the shakes. I'm so nervous. I've never been on national TV before.
National
Oh,
TV. This is
yeah.
international TV, bro.
National, how many
International.
viewers have we got?
Oh,
We've
78
got
at the moment.
79.
Oh,
Oh, we dropped
dropping.
out. Goodness.
Dropping.
I thought the bow ties might help the viewership.
I
but
think that's
obviously not.
everything. I think
That's everything.
That's all the ingredients, and you just grab your other cup, jump
Yep.
inside there, and this is when things get exciting.
Righto. Chicka
Look at
digga
that
digga digga
technique.
digga digga digga.
Sorry for the noise.
No, it's all right. We're having a few comments here. What are sponsor rates? Negotiable, I suppose. Yeah, up for
This is rough
negotiation.
video, straight out there.
Woohoo!
Look at that, everybody. Look at that
Beautiful.
consistency. Beautiful stuff.
But one must also finish it with a touch of the old garnish.
Ah, lovely, fantastic.
Beautiful.
All right,
Oh,
beautiful.
beautiful
That's a
whiskey
lovely
sour.
looking cocktail. One he prepared earlier, and we'll just cheers you with our waters. Cheers,
Yeah, well,
cheers,
that's the healthy
fellas.
option, but
Nice,
Nothing like a Sunday whiskey sour.
awesome. How does it taste?
Delicious.
10 out of
Oh,
10.
Hey, watch the cough there.
watch the coughing there, please.
Did you notice it was off screen though, towards the other side from
Yes.
the person who's sharing my bubble?
Absolutely.
That's the proper technique, everybody.
Hey, fellas, it's been great to have you on. Have you got any final parting words for the people of New Zealand and the world from Vanuatu?
Sorry, what was that? We missed it.
I'd like to. Have you got any parting words? We're going to push on with the show, but
Okay.
have you got any parting words for the people of New Zealand in these trying times?
Well, yes. Kia kaha. Sorry, we're not there with you, but obviously everyone's following. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen? But if you want to come and escape the end of the world in Vanuatu, come find us one day.
Yeah, we're not allowed out at the
Beautiful
moment,
stuff.
but maybe we will at some stage. Hey, it's been great to talk to you guys. And stay safe and
Enjoy
stay
your
zen up
whiskey
there
sour.
in Vanuatu. Enjoy those whiskies.
Cheers,
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
Thanks
Cheers,
for coming
guys.
on the show.
Ciao.
I'm in it. Awesome. Well, that was another international setup we've got.
Fascinating stuff.
Fascinating
I
stuff.
personally didn't even know how to use the egg in the whiskey sour. I was chucking the whole thing in and not even shaking it. So let us know if you've made a whiskey sour incorrectly in the comments below.
Yeah, I've never tried to make one. I've watched people make them, like what are they called, mixologists at bars before, and I've just gone eyes crossed watching them because there's so much to it. But that was good to see the whole process explained.
Well, speaking of seeing things, this is a good time to reminisce. So that brings us into a segment that we're calling the good old days. Remember the good old days when you were allowed out the house and could see other people? Let's go into this segment called the good old days.
I remember it. Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't seen this graphic.
hadn't seen
Horrendous.
Who hadn't seen that
I hadn't
before?
seen that. That was disturbing. Holy freaking
So
moly,
let's play the
dude.
clip anyway.
Then,
Okay.
about the middle of the 19th century, European colonization of New Zealand began, with Auckland City erupting as its major metropolis. Bouts of heavy humidity come with Auckland's subtropical climate. But to this, there's a national panacea. This is a prosperous industry that caters for a large internal demand. The social connotations of racing are the same anywhere. The men style the sport, and the women sport the styles. But the beaches are a free-for-all, particularly through the summer months. However, there are too many miles of them to be overcrowded, and Aucklanders can be complacent in the knowledge that there is always plenty of room for sporting and courting. By living in a larger city, the Aucklander tends to be slightly aloof of his compatriots in other centres. They would never consider themselves insular, but for Aucklanders, there's only one place to live. Then, about the middle of the 19th century, European...
Well, that was lovely to see. What a beautiful time that was. Remember the pub? Remember having beers with your mates? Remember just seeing other people? Physical touch? Do you remember physical touch?
Not very well, no. It's starting to fade from my memory. We've had Dale comment again. I think he must have seen that beer production line, and he said triggered.
You and me
well,
both,
you're still drinking,
you
Dale.
and
We
me
know you're
both.
still in the beers, mate. So, yeah, but it was quite a cool video. I found that on the New Zealand Archives YouTube page, and I'll comment the link later. But it's like a 13-minute video from 1967 of like Auckland. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool.
And to
kind
think even 2 weeks
relaxing.
ago we were allowed out the house to have beers with our friends.
The weather was nice. What a summer we had. Weather-wise, really hot, almost like it was too hot almost.
How
yeah.
times have changed.
And now we're inside, on lockdown, facing the unknown, potentially a long time inside.
And sometimes it's like you're alone. Sometimes I think it'd be better if I was alone. Ra, your thoughts?
My thoughts, yeah, no, oftentimes I look at you and I think, man, be good to be alone right now.
Sometimes I think, I mean, obviously this virus is a horrible thing, but one of the symptoms is losing your sense of smell. There's positives to everything, everybody. That's all I'll say. Now, well, why don't we go on to our next guest, who's a real hero of the people, a real saviour to the community. He's out there on the front lines, getting the people the food they need.
It's going to be interesting to see his insights.
Getting the veggies, getting the meats, getting not canned goods. They don't do canned goods as service. It's the fresh food, the freshest. Let's get him on the line.
Awesome. Let's get him on the line. Is this his Instagram handle, is it?
Yeah, we've given him a... You guys will see when I bring the graphic up.
G'day.
Oh, hello, Kit.
Oh,
Are you
got my
there?
video on?
Here we go.
Holy
Would you
moly.
Look at that, everybody.
That's the one.
Out the wilderness.
This is the real deal. Holy heck.
Now, he's anonymized himself for legal
I
reasons.
prefer to stay anonymous.
Perfect. Classic. Oh, wait, there he is.
there
Oh,
he
wait, you got
is.
the mask off. Kit, run us through. We've told the people what we're doing, but maybe we haven't done it justice. What are you up to today, bro?
Today I am delivering HelloFresh and Woot boxes to all the people of Auckland.
Holy moly. Shout out to you, bro. People still need their HelloFresh and all that. And you're doing the biz, bro. What's it like out there? Do you knock on the door and run or what?
Yeah, but I think the going thing is most people know of HelloFresh. By the time you open your door, your driver's already in the car as fast as they can get away.
Right.
We've only got the less time we spend at the door, the more money we make. So we kind of knock and then you sprint.
They've been hiring introvert recluses for that reason, haven't they?
Yeah, pretty much. You used to have to wait and get a signature on your phone, but they've gotten rid of that because of obviously the COVID. But the motorways. 1 second, I'm just at the depot. I'm just at the depot now. Keep on driving through.
All good.
It's been a little bit crazy. Everyone's had to sanitize their cars.
Kit, I just noticed you sort of touched your stubble there with your glove hand.
Yes,
just be a bit more careful,
I've got
please.
new gloves to put on now.
Okay.
You guys see,
see
he's taking every precaution necessary to make sure the food gets to them without.
1 sec.
As long as there's no pallets, you can park in that spot.
Awesome, thank you.
That's all good.
Right.
Jeez, that's good
everybody.
info. That's nitty gritty. That's the stuff we need on the show.
Everybody. If there's no pallets, you can park there.
If there's no pallets, you can park there.
So, Kit,
Yeah, no, the roads have been nice and clear, so it's been pretty
I
easy
can
to get
imagine.
around.
Yeah.
So, Kit, one of the things I've been wondering, obviously, normally you'd go up and you'd knock on the door, but this day and age, knocking on the door is probably not the most appropriate course of action. So, do you bring maybe some little tree fruits to throw at the door, or what do you do?
No, I've started, just hollering and just yelling "Hello Fresh" at the door, hoping they would
that's cute.
I
come
guess
through, kind of like that friendly delivery guy aesthetic.
I guess
But normally it's just a knock and then a run.
you can be pretty confident they're home at the moment.
Yeah, most people are home, and most people's front doors are open. I've even seen someone sunbathing on the footpath.
We've got a comment here
Jesus.
from Ryan. He says, "Shout out my HelloFresh delivery guy earlier."
Ryan's a yuppie. He's a Central Auckland yuppie, and he does have stuff like HelloFresh and spends $800 on going to festivals and it's like WOMAD or Sport Explorer or whatever. So shout out Ryan as well for living his bougie life through this troubling time. Good on you, Ryan. Kit, have you noticed any strange behaviour out there on the streets? People walking around, people doing weird stuff. Anything you've seen?
On the motorways, I've been keeping an eye out because of your lockdown patrol for people, who shouldn't be driving, who are driving, and I've only seen 1 or 2 people who didn't look like they were doing anything essential.
Right. Okay, well that's good to know.
Most people seem to look like they're going somewhere, or at least to the supermarket. But I went to a drive up to Orewa today, and when you've seen a few people drive on those motorways there, you're like, if you're not a truck, what are you doing on the motorways?
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's a good point as well, Kit, because one of the tactics that I like to use at work sometimes is I'll put a very serious face on and I'll walk quite briskly somewhere so it looks like I'm doing something important. And really, I'm just skiving off. So do you think some of these people are driving around just with serious looks on and really they're just going for a little bit of a Sunday cruise?
I think they're just taking the piss, really. There's a few speed cameras I've noticed on the motorways, because I imagine with empty motorways, all you want to do is go fast. So maybe they were planning to go for a little bit of a hoon.
Yeah, true. Hey, Kit, how many days a week are you doing this, and how are you feeling the rest of your time there in lockdown?
Monday to Friday, I'm still doing video production, so
cool.
I'm still editing at home for that. But this is just Sunday jobs. But it pays well. Like I can do 10 hours here and make about $400 to $500.
Holy
there you go,
moly, that's good. Yeah,
you've got your full driver's license.
They're always looking for drivers though. So if you're looking for it, there's a little plug. Urgent Army.
Sweet.
If you'd like to do your part for the people of New Zealand
and
who
pick
need
up
their
$500
yummy fresh
in the
veggies, pick up $500 for a day shift.
Yeah,
get in touch with the people.
Pays all right. Far out.
Yeah,
we've had a comment here. Cauliflower's going for $12 a head at New World. Time to eat the rich, fam. That brings up a good point that I'd like to make, is that some old men, particularly wealthy old men, smell a little bit like cauliflower.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, yeah, that is interesting. I haven't noticed, but I believe you.
I was hoping I could take you guys through if you guys had called me at the right time, but it's obviously it doesn't work with your schedule, because I'm about to do the Whoop run now. But I was hoping I could take you through a delivery in point of view style, but just not going to happen today.
Oh, that's all right. Well, maybe another day.
Well, the dispatch was fascinating. Yeah, for me at least.
Absolutely, the dispatch and just having a little time to talk to you. You probably have to get back on the road. Is that right, Kit? You're
At the moment, we're just waiting for the Whoop boxes to be sorted. The Whoop boxes have to be delivered in a certain time frame, so and you get paid a bit more for them as well.
Ooh,
but
nice.
So I'm just waiting around for my boxes to be ready. So yeah.
What do you miss? What do you miss most,
Kiss,
at the moment? Yeah, Kit, what are you missing at the moment that your little luxuries maybe that you could have had before?
Bunnings.
Bunnings. Yeah.
Me too, mate.
Yeah.
The Snags mainly, and they got shut down long before we hit level 4.
Yeah, the Snags were kind of a joke shutdown thing early on, and now it's a bit more serious than that, isn't it?
We didn't.
I popped past on Monday and picked up some supplies, but yesterday I already built a bed base and a shoe rack, so I've kind of run out of things to do.
Hey, nice, you productive bastard.
So what kind of things do you wish you'd picked up more of apart from Bunnings supplies to get you through this?
I wish I had thought about doing live streaming more at work, because I was going to do a little DJ live stream thing, but I forgot my audio hardware, and I only planned it after I started locking down, so I can't go back to the office and set it up properly. But I'm glad you guys are doing it right.
I got to say, we sorted this all out in the last day and a half before the lockdown, so we lucked out. Shout out to the Rebel Fleet, our major sponsor, for the gear they provided
Absolutely.
us.
Yeah, no. Shout out the Rebel Fleet, massive shout out. And also shout out me buying all this gear that I didn't use for a year, and now it's all coming in handy. It's been great. Kit, yeah, I mean, you're a hunk. You're doing an essential service. We thank you immensely for your service.
One thing I'd like to bring up with Kit and myself, obviously, been friends for a while now. One of the activities we both enjoy partaking in is motorcycle riding. Now, people might say, now's not the time for that, but at the same time, I would argue it's probably one of the greatest quarantine activities, because you're all helmeted up, you got gloves on.
I thought about that too, but I think it leads back to the whole kayaking, fishing scenario.
Yeah, what if you get hurt, eh?
Exactly, it's a safety thing. So
if you can have fun, everyone else is going to want to have fun, which leads a domino effect into everyone out just doing whatever they want.
That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to say, do you consider motorcycle riding a form of exercise? And while it can be a little bit of a workout for the wrists, the stabilizing muscles, I don't think it's appropriate at a time like this.
As adventure riders as we are, Ben, I think when you do go a little bit on the off road on the gravel when you're standing up a bit, there's a bit of core workout going on as well.
Hence why we both are pretty ripped down below. I mean, the shot cuts off here, but one of these days we'll show you.
Motorbikes, I'm not into them, but maybe one day. Just listen to you guys sort of. It's making me a little bit jealous, to be honest. I'd like to ask a quick question off the back of that in terms of dangerous activities. Parkour. Do we think that the parkour guys are still down Queen Street, and is anyone policing them, making sure they're not out there jumping from like fountain to ledge all day? Because that's something that I don't think that should be allowed. Your thoughts, Ben, Kit? What do you think?
Well, if you allow me to go first here, Kit, I think it could possibly be alright as long as you're not taking any huge risks of doing the big hero moves, which involve flippies between two of the little platforms.
Yeah.
But I also think realistically they should be wiping down those parkour surfaces between runs.
Probably, yeah. Very good point.
Very true.
Good point.
Yeah, they would be unless they don't use their hands and just do only leg parkour, then I think you'd be alright.
Totally. Hey, Kit, it's been an absolute pleasure. We're going to wrap the show up today now, I think.
Can I do one shout out?
Go on,
please.
Do a shout out for us.
My foster cat escaped yesterday in the Kingsland area. So if you've seen a ginger tabby with no collar and he's just been spayed, he's on the loose.
Send us a picture through, Kit, and we'll put it in our Facebook page, and we'll make it live on the show tomorrow.
Maybe we'll put it live on the show tomorrow. Perfect.
If
Thanks,
you've seen
Kit.
a ginger tabby loose in Kingsland, please get in touch with the
It's
show.
just been spaded.
There you go.
It's just been having a spade. Anyway, awesome, Kit. We thank you for your service.
Thanks, guys. Love your service too.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kit. Thanks for coming on the show. See you, mate.
Kia ora.
What a legend.
He's out there doing the hard yards for us so that people can have their delicious food that's made by... Is it? No. I was going to say Nadia Lim. That's the other one. That's the other one, isn't it? My Food Bag.
That's one of the rival ones, which is a bit stink in our mind. It's a bit of a...
We're not plugging anyone in particular.
Who knows? Maybe they're all good. We're open to sponsorship, so I take back what I said. Give it back the thumbs up there.
Okay.
If you want to send us a meal.
Perfect. Hey, we've actually sort of chonked through quite a few minutes here, and I'm pretty knackered. It's Sunday. We need to have a bit of leisure time, I think.
Yeah, well, let's first just spend a little bit of the end of the show, as we always do, just responding to a few comments and really just making a lot of stuff up off the top of our domes, freestyler style.
Yeah, so, beautiful.
A good friend of mine, Jonathan, here says Aussie going to lock down soon for sure. Do you think they'll have a level 4 equivalent, Jonathan? What do you think?
Yeah, I just can't believe they haven't locked down already. It's kind of insane to me. They're like, trying to keep their economy going or something like that. That's their sort of rationale. But like, come on. Fellas, we've had a comment. Fellas, get Simon Wirutene on the show to spin a few yarns. That's a great
Old
idea.
Dog. Si,
That's
if you're
a
watching,
great idea.
Si, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show sometime.
Yeah, Si, you know, get on board. Let's have you on the show. Why not? I know you're in lockdown too.
It's going to be
at
a long
home.
4 weeks, so we really got to space out our key guests as such. But we've got plenty of slots coming up.
We do.
Get your people to talk to our people.
Long-time viewer Robbo says, reckon this show... Whoa, what the hell? Who are we calling?
Oh, we've got a surprise caller here.
Are you
What's
serious?
happening?
What?
What the hell is happening?
Hey,
Oh,
don't you
Shit
dare.
show today, boys.
Call us and give us shit on air. How dare you, buddy?
Is this on? Am I on right now?
Yes,
You're
you
on
are.
live.
Okay, well...
Would you
let's
fall asleep,
start
did you?
from the
You
start.
bastard.
You streamed to the wrong Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You dropped a tomato on the bloody mic pack.
He
Yep.
dropped a tomato.
Yeah, I did. I'll take... That's one mistake each. He made the first mistake with the stream, and then I dropped... And the sound's working all right.
Yeah,
Not that
but-
what we're saying is any good, but...
First interview Skype didn't pick up. Obviously, he doesn't want to be on your shit show.
Oh, my God. What are you doing? Would you fall asleep with a nap or something that would be so boring for you?
And then what? Your first interview froze up, so you had to cancel him.
Oh, my God.
And your green hats aren't even green, because your green screening out the green in them.
Are we?
So your wife's... I can't tell. Did your wife's cheat on you? What?
This is green, bro. This is green.
We chose
I'll
a
just leave it up
different
to you
shade of
guys.
green.
Now, this is just good content for my live stream, where I can talk about your guys' live stream again, and my viewers can tell me what they don't like about your live stream.
Oh my God, are you a troll? Are you our troll for our show? You're making your own live stream to troll our live stream. Is that what's going to happen?
All right, I think that's what's happening right now.
Oh my God, you bastard!
Well, you know, this is one of the things in this day and age. We've got podcasts coming out left, right, and centre.
This is
jumping
podcast
out of the
wars.
woodwork.
It's a good opportunity for me to plug a prize I'll be giving away at some point on your show. The Jaipur game, which was
Yeah.
made by Sebastian Pohorn. As you can see, the guy actually kind of looks like Ben as well.
That's true. If
He
I
does a
was
bit.
wearing a
Hey,
headpiece
Tavis,
like
that's
that.
great. I really want that to be given away on the show at some stage. And
Stay tuned for details of how
Stay
you
tuned
could
for
win
details.
that.
I'd like actually to turn this into another segment after all the shit talking you've done at the start. Tavis, can you get us out your pride and joy? Show us what you value most in this world. I'd like to see.
I gotta go, fellas.
No, we need to see. We need to see. Oh,
well, it's been fantastic to have you on the show.
That was an
again,
inside
Tavis.
joke, but he has some precious jewels in his house. I'll just say they're not jewels.
We'll introduce those on a later show.
We need to. He's got a collection of something that we need to see, and he needs to let us see it. But yeah. Anyway, how's the show been today? A bit more relaxed, you know? Maybe too relaxed from us.
Too relaxed. It's almost like we barely prepared for it.
Yeah, but anyway, how's everyone's days going? You know, Ben, tell a story.
Well, funny you should say that, because it reminds me of the time when we were actually asked to tell a story back in our early ESP days. We'd first managed to exorcise some demons from both the Prime Ministerial residence and the Beehive itself when Jim Bolger called in a little favour on us.
Yep.
He said, look, I've got a demon haunting my cousin's house up in, whereabouts was it again?
I don't know, man. Kelburn.
Kelburn in Wellington, a
Yeah.
suburb up on the hills there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what we had to do to exorcise this demon from this house was tell a story. So we told quite the tall tale, I tell you. And it was one of those Shaggy Dog type stories that just went on and on and on, and
Like this
kinda
one.
didn't make much of a point. But in the end, it's that kind of boring activity that really gets the demon out of a house.
The numbers are dropping, skyrocketing down like the Dow Jones right now with this story. But it is interesting. We've told the story 3 times on the show already. But it's it is a reflection on a time gone by and something that we both experienced. So yeah, fantastic.
Oh, we've had a couple of comments here. One, does Ben sleep on the floor? No, I just game on the floor in the mattress. You've probably
Yeah.
been watching the Instagram updates we put up to sort of build a bit of hype for each show. And yeah, we have a mattress that we get out on the floor. It's because we made a sacrifice for you guys. We moved our lounge setup out into the garage, and we podcast here now We do a live stream show.
Yeah.
So,
it's very true. So basically, Ben can watch the TV and he can play games, and I have to sit in like a chair, like a canvas chair, to watch him play games. We don't really have a very conducive lounge setup for hanging out really anymore.
We've also had a request here. Good show, but would it be nice to see Ra and Ben go head to head on a few topics?
And we've had a few people support that in the comments as well.
So we want to know from you, what topic would you like to see us go head to head on?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things we agree about, but there's also quite a few things we strongly disagree about. We keep it civil.
Totally. What I'd notice about the really good sort of sports TV shows is that I can't imagine that the people actually disagree, but they just pretend to. So why don't we choose a topic? I'll take the I don't know, the one that most people would find not too offensive, and then you take the totally
the total opposite.
You take the total opposite. Feet pics actually we had some question. How much money would it take to get feet pics? How much would it take for you to get for you to send some out on
some
Facebook?
Feet pics?
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good question that you bring up. And one thing I'd like to say to the people here is that
whoa, geez, that's free.
This is a foot we have from a guest who's hiding down over there, and they just want that foot to become on the show a little bit.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Okay, Ben, let's go head to head on the topic. Am I good at playing video games? I think I'm pretty good.
He thinks he's pretty good, but you know, one of the things about Fortnite is that it automatically grades you to play with the 8-year-olds, and as you probably know, is the 8-year-olds are pretty good, but the 10-year-olds are a lot better. And as soon as he gets in a game with the 10-year-olds, let's just say he's lucky to place within the top 60.
What I'd say to that is prove that I'm in a game with 8-year-olds. I would say that there's probably some 10-year-olds, maybe even 14-year-olds in the games that I play on Fortnite. So, and I've probably killed a few in the game of those really good players. Prove that I haven't.
Yeah, well, that's obviously something that's pretty hard to prove. But I think if you measured the frequency of the voices that are coming through, you'll hear that they're all prepubescent. And I believe that would at least indicate they're below sort of 12, 13.
Yeah, right. I guess the measure would be that any time that anybody builds a fort around me, I completely become discombobulated, and then I can't even sort of see where they are or what's going on. I just get shot in the head from above, and then I'm out of the game.
If your children would like to play Fortnite against Ra, send their details through in the comments below, and we'll set up a couple games later, maybe live stream them.
Fortnite's not the only video game. I was meaning just in general, you know. I'm pretty good. I clocked Red Dead Redemption 2, which is, everybody knows, is an incredibly hard video game.
Yes. As you know, it's very hard to pay attention for the whole 60 hours or whatever it is of gameplay story that they have. The shooting itself, very easy, but the horse riding is probably the hardest part.
The horse riding is hard, and I can almost stay on the horse if I'm riding through a whole lot of trees for 15 seconds at a time before I come flying off it and Arthur goes, ah! Anyway,
we've had a few comments here asking to see my feet bear with me.
Those are in his feet, he said.
There you go. There's the foot again. If you'd
There's
like
the
to
foot
see
again.
this foot, just keep commenting, and on some later episodes of the show, we will continue to show that foot.
We've just had another comment from Dale saying just started Red Dead again. Both Ben and I are about 25-30% through campaign stories and Red Dead at the moment. I'm playing it for a second time. Ben's playing it through for the first time. But obviously, Ben's sort of taken over with a different game now, so we can't really play. Anyway, Ben should cut a fat tech beard out. What does that mean?
I don't really know what that means, but I'm willing and able.
Harry, what's a tech beard? Comment below. What is it? Is it like a goatee or what? Anyway, just touched my face. Bloody hell, I've been washing my hands though and haven't left the house, so all good. Should be fine.
We have been washing our hands.
Xbox versus PlayStation we've had here.
Ooh, contentious.
Tough to answer.
Well, for me, it's all about what games you want. It's the specs. You know, you could sit here for hours arguing about which specs are better than what.
Right.
But what it really comes down to is the games, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably. And I guess PlayStation kind of overtook in the games a few years ago, right? I thought. Except Halo, right? Halo's the main one that everyone misses.
Everybody misses Halo in the end, but,
Yeah.
you know, it's a toughie, isn't it? What are you going to do?
We've just had a question here, say, honor or dishonor run, and I imagine that's in regard to Red Dead Redemption. You know, are you a baddie or are you a goodie? Ben,
I like to be a good guy because personally I'm a huge fan of horses and I like to treat the horses with a reasonable amount of respect. And I extend that respect I show to horses to the NPCs in the game.
Yeah, right. I've robbed a few trains in that game, but yeah, I tend to sort of help people out so it balances out. I don't know, but occasionally I will sort of just accidentally run someone over my horse or something like that. So yeah, I'm not really sure what my run was. So the tech beard is a chin strap and then other cool zigzags and technical shaves.
We'd like to give something like that a try, but I usually go to the barber, and as you may know, level 4, barbers are a huge no-go.
This has become a bit of a gaming corner here, tech corner. We need to get back to sort of how we're passing our time, I think, to finish the show and how we're coping. What's your plan for the rest of the day, Ben?
Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit screwed because last night I ate my way through most of our snacks, so
we have no snacks.
We've got to consider about eating some proper meals now. We've got some pork chops in the fridge that we probably need to eat. If you've got a pork chop recipe, send it through to us and we'll consider cooking it. But we probably won't have the ingredients that you're suggesting, so we'll just cook them plain probably. But we'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, we would like to hear your thoughts. How's everyone coping with cooking? Ben's been doing a lot of the cooking, which I'm very... I need to probably jump on some prep tonight because I've been neglecting my duties. But how's everyone coping with cooking in this period? We've got no takeaways. And, you know, you're having to cook for yourself like, you know, like a normal person every night and day. How's it going? How are you coping with it? Text in your thoughts.
Yes, very concerning stuff, isn't it? Well, perhaps that takes us to the end of our show here, Ra. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we tune out?
No, I think that we're going to get back on the horse tomorrow too. Well, maybe a different time tomorrow. I'm going to have a discussion with you, Ben, because I have to work tomorrow. I actually
Let
have
us
to work.
know in the comments what time would work best for you guys for a live stream.
Yeah, we might do an evening run tomorrow. What do you guys reckon? Anyone up for an evening run? Might have to be, mate. Anyway, awesome. Choice One Whānau. We're going to cruise. Stay safe.
Thank you all for watching.
Community transmission.